A flight from Vietnam has landed and these passengers are about to find out that they're in for some intense scrutiny.
The flight's come out of Vietnam, which is a high-risk country for narcotics, and there seems to be a lot of heroin coming out of there. And we've basically got as many resources as possible to try and speak to as many people as possible on that flight, ascertain whether they're legitimate travellers or not, and whether there's any possible narcotic couriers on there.
Information has been received that there are drugs on this flight, and no stone will be left unturned as officers try to find the prohibited narcotics.
Do you know you're going to meet anyone?
You don't have any other income?
We're going to get as many officers as possible out onto the floor area. They will go and question as many people as possible.
The drugs could be on the passengers, in their baggage, or dumped on the plane. And if that's the case, the entire plane has to be thoroughly searched, like this previous search on another flight. For the officers, it takes time and a lot of diligence.
Depending on obviously how they think of the people and what the answers are, etc., then they'll target them for possibly a further search.
The dog unit is brought in to help the officers with this broad sweep of passengers. At this point, the dogs are also working at the primary line.
Is yours stayed in a hotel?
And then a possible breakthrough.
Yankee 1.
With an unlikely passenger, a heavily pregnant woman travelling with a young child. Could this be their drug mule?
It's Customs' job to protect Australia's borders, and with thousands of passengers processed every day, it's not an easy task. But today in Melbourne, it's made even harder when a Chinese girl decides to be difficult during questioning.
What did you study in China?
I finished my bachelor degree and then go to New Zealand to carry on my postgraduate. That means I can get the master degree in New Zealand.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, of course, that's fine. You
can check the New Zealand visa.
That's fine.
First.
I had a look at that already. What I want to do is ask you.
She's travelling with this girl. The pair study together in New Zealand, and it appears they also attend the same school of etiquette.
Like we said before, we're just doing our job and we have to assess the reason why you're here.
anyone can use this in school.
Bringing bad manners over the border is not a crime. But if it's a tactic to hide something, officers need to know.
Yeah. Now, what I want to know is what are you doing here in Australia? You've come to Melbourne, so when you leave the airport, what will you do for 7 days in Australia?
Just go around. You're like a visitor.
Okay. What are you going to go and visit?
Over at the other bench, they're having just as much trouble getting straight answers.
Today we're having a look because of you'll come for a short time and you don't know really what you're going to do here.
Why do you need to know the reason?
We need to make sure that you're coming here for legitimate reasons.
At the Sydney Airport Mail Handling Centre, sniffer dogs are routinely brought in to inspect the huge volume of goods entering Australia through the post every day.
Yeah, we're going to walk around there.
These dogs are able to detect even the tiniest traces of animal or plant material amongst thousands of boxes.
Good job. Find it here. It's funny. Good boy. Good boy. Ready? Up. Good dog. Good dog. Woo! Good boy. Good dog. Good dog. Good boy. What a clever boy.
AC has reacted to one package which will now have to be examined.
It's quite large, obviously the dog's picked it up. It's declared as business papers, which is interesting.
The box is already bursting open, but until officers examine the contents, they won't know why the sniffer dog reacted. Customs has received information that there's drugs on this flight from Vietnam. Officers have been talking to the passengers, and now one unlikely suspect has emerged. A heavily pregnant woman has been taken to an interview room.
The woman has come to notice at the primary line, where you get your passport stamped. The dog was running up there, showed interest in her. As a result, one of the officers has targeted her for a further search. She was given a card for a frisk search after the bag examination. Now, she's chosen to consent to that frisk search, but she's chosen to have it in a private room, which is totally her choice. And the officers have gone to the room to conduct the frisk search.
During the frisk search, officers noticed something wasn't right about the way she was wearing her shoes. So Officer Renee has taken them to be x-rayed.
There's something in the base of the shoe, the sand shoe. When you look inside, there's also glue. Looks like that the shoe's been recently glued.
We won't know until we actually lift the sole a little and test it. But we'll wait till the Federal Police come over and we'll hand the shoes over to them. And if they want us to test it, then it'll be up to them.
And there's now further intelligence which suggests that officers need to look much more closely at other passengers off this flight, and in particular, their footwear.
Anything in your shoe?
In Melbourne, customs officers are trying to work out why two ill-mannered girls arriving from New Zealand are refusing to answer questions.
Okay, my concerns are you have come to Australia, but you have no idea what you want to do or see here. So I'm a bit concerned about that. It is unusual for somebody to come. But for me, it's unusual for somebody to come to Australia.
I think the reason probably is my citizen is Chinese. That's the reason.
No, it's got nothing to do with that.
Officer Maria checks the girls' bags, which is met with more protest from the passenger.
If you use the X-ray, you can find the food or anything.
I'm not concerned about food today, but I need to make sure.
So I think you don't have right to examine my baggage.
Okay, let me just explain to you what's happening here. When you travel through an international airport, customs have the right to search your bags and make sure that everything is legitimate. And we have the right to search you as a person to make sure you're here for legitimate reasons. Okay, does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you?
Okay, just carry on.
No, I just want you to understand what we're doing here today.
I understand.
You understand? Okay.
Yes.
And it's not what's there, but what isn't there that suggests this girl might be trying to hide something.
Is this all the clothing you have?
Yes.
So this is all you have for 7 days? Not very much.
You know, if you just have a trip in one country, it's enough.
Yeah, this is okay. For me, it's different. I think I need to bring a lot more things.
Officer Maria is about to discover something in her bags that could explain why this girl is being so guarded.
Back at the Sydney Mail Handling Centre, a quarantine dog has just reacted to a package from the UK.
It's declared as business papers, but it looks like it's going to be full of sort of fresh cuttings or...
It's all cuttings, plant material, yeah.
Plant material, even if it looks to be dried out and dead, can pose a major quarantine risk. But to make matters worse, all of this plant material seems to be very much alive.
Yeah, so it's totally misdeclared.
Obvious deception, yeah.
For plant cuttings to be sent through the post for commercial purposes or for scientific research, strict guidelines have to be followed to ensure safety to our environment and crops.
Yeah, it's full of it. That's all that's in here is just live plants, so they've obviously tried to conceal them by misdeclaring them. Looks like they're wrapped in some type of banana leaf there. And there's a different type of plant in the centre there. But it looks like it's all the same species of plant. I'm not sure what species it is, but it looks like it's for growing purposes, not for eating or that type of thing.
But the contents of this box contain a risk much greater than just the plants. A passenger off a flight from Vietnam has been taken to an interview room for further questioning over a suspected drug concealment in her shoes. Now officers are talking to another female passenger.
Yeah, look, basically what's happened is that other woman there with it in her shoes, she's put the same address down.
The first woman has come to notice at the primary line, and a female that was travelling behind her at the time in the queue, when she walked through, he asked her if she was actually travelling with her, to which she replied no. It appears as though her surname is the same surname as the one that the dog has shown interest to, and they both live at the same address, but she stated she's not travelling with her and she just met her on the plane. So her bag was searched, etc. She's travelling with 2 children. Now, I don't think the actual children are involved in it. Now, the officers are going to go and do a frisk search of her.
I'm just going to touch the outside of your clothing. I won't touch your skin at any time. If you feel uncomfortable, just let me know and I stop. Do you have anything in your shoes?
No.
You don't have anything in your shoes?
You're fine with that?
Yeah, okay,
Nothing from the frisk search, but officers are still more interested in the passengers' shoes.
We think you're hiding something in your shoes, okay?
I don't.
We think you're hiding something in your shoes.
No,
You got nothing in your shoes?
Yeah, I buy from shop and I wear.
You wear? Okay, so there's nothing in it?
Nothing.
Okay, do you mind if we have a look in your shoes?
In Melbourne, Customs has been searching the bags of 2 girls with a bad attitude. The pair plan on staying here for a week, but Officer Maria becomes suspicious when she discovers one of the girls brought very few clothes and no toiletries.
What will you see and do in Melbourne?
Just have a trip and go to the university to find some fun things. Some fun information about the university.
Oh, you want to
because
study in Australia?
No.
No?
No, I won't. It's computer.
Yeah. How come you bring your computer with you?
Because I bring my computer every day.
Yeah?
So I use this for my life and for my study.
Oh, okay. How come you carry all these papers?
Because it's a very important document.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
So you don't want to leave it at home?
I live in New Zealand. It's not a citizen. So I should bring everything, very important things with me.
Oh, okay. Is this one like a resume or a CV?
Yes.
Yeah?
She does not have a visa to work in Australia, so the discovery of her CV could explain why she's being so evasive.
Do you want to work in Australia?
No.
No? Do you want to study in Australia?
No.
No.
At this stage, officers need to know if these girls are a customs or immigration risk. And over at the other bench, they discover a piece of the puzzle that could finally explain exactly why these girls are here.
This one, Melbourne, what does that mean in the money here?
It means if we want this person to help us, this is the money I should pay for them.
Officers want to know what this document means and why these girls are seeking help that costs more than $1,000.
At the mail handling centre, a large box of fresh plants has been detected and Officer Loudon is examining the contents.
Okay, we'll just pull a couple of these out and see if there's any material in there that might be harbouring insects or anything like that. Just give these a bang here. Oh, there we go. There's something there. It looks like it may be still moving a little bit. It looks like it may have been crushed, but some type of mosquito has come off there, so I'll just...
Mosquitoes are among the biggest natural killers on the planet, thanks to their ability to spread diseases like malaria and dengue fever. While Australia is free from these diseases, it only takes a few stray insects to cause a major problem.
There could also be some eggs in there from the mosquitoes because they're known for laying eggs where they only need a small amount of moisture and they could lay hundreds of eggs, so you don't know how long he's been in there.
The problem is that mosquitoes are tiny and tough and can survive for days inside a box like this.
Okay, we'll give this a quick spray. Just in case there's any flying around in there still.
This box and its contents will be incinerated. Because of the false declaration, the recipient of the parcel will be entered into the Aquis database for further investigation. With information that there's drugs on this flight from Vietnam, Customs are doing a sweep of all the passengers. Officers already suspect one pregnant mother of having drugs in her shoes. And now they are taking a closer look at this passenger.
We think you're hiding something in your shoes.
No,
You got nothing in your shoes?
Yeah, I buy from shop and I wear.
You wear? Okay,
Yeah.
so there's nothing in it?
Nothing.
Have you done the frisk on her?
Yeah, Frisk just...
She refuses to take the shoes. Okay. So you want the shoes removed, so we're upgrading to an external. Okay.
Okay, do you mind if we have a look in your shoes?
Yeah.
You do mind?
Yeah.
You don't mind?
I don't understand what
We want to look in your shoes, okay? You don't have to let us look, okay? It's only up to you. But if you don't let us look, we're going to upgrade to an external search. That means you have to remove certain articles of your clothing, okay? Do you understand?
Yeah.
You understand? Okay. So we would like to see your shoes.
Yeah.
Can we see your shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't mind taking them off?
Yeah. No.
You don't mind?
I don't understand what you mean.
Okay.
What mine?
We want you to take off your shoes.
Yeah.
But you don't have to, okay?
I can.
You can take off your shoes?
Yeah.
Okay, can we see them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you do?
I buy some shop and they just give me.
And officers notice a similarity between this passenger's shoes and the shoes found earlier, which had a drug concealment.
They're quite heavy. There's some glue in there. As soon as she took them off, she said that she bought them from the shop. I didn't ask her anything about them. She just started saying she bought them from the shop. So we're going to x-ray them now and see what happens.
In Melbourne, officers are questioning two Chinese girls arriving from New Zealand. They're being extremely evasive, and officers are trying to determine if they're a customs risk.
Oh, you know what? It's just so hard because she's just not cooperating at all. She's got nothing. No clothes, no toiletries, nothing. She's got a camera, which is the only thing consistent to a tourist.
Maria continues questioning the girl, while Kathleen assists Officer Brett with the other passenger. They discover paperwork that appears to explain why the girls are here.
What's the money for?
About to choose the college and
choose the college,
yeah, this kind of things happens.
So do you want to do some study in Australia, or?
The purpose of we come here is visit some colleges and make a decision.
It appears the girls are on a fact-finding mission to decide whether or not to study in Australia. But officers are still concerned the pair could be an immigration risk.
After searching through their bags, we decided that they were no longer a risk to customs, but they could possibly be a risk to immigration due to the fact that they were carrying CVs and laptops and minimal clothing, and we had concerns that they may be coming into Australia to work, which would be a breach of their visa.
Officer Maria calls immigration, then delivers the news to the passenger.
I have concerns that you might be here to work, so immigration are going to come and have an interview with you because you have nothing with you today. You don't even have any toiletries. You have all these documents here, which to me suggest that you may be here to work. So I've referred this case to immigration. They're going to come down and have an interview with you and just see if your story is legitimate, if you are here for a tourist reason. Okay?
A pregnant woman is suspected of trying to smuggle drugs into the country in her shoes. And now officers are taking a closer look at another passenger's footwear.
This is, when you took the shoes, you can see that the concealment there, it's quite clear. That's a definite concealment, yes.
You understand English okay, ma'am?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah? Okay. I have a concern with your shoes. I believe there may be something in your shoes. Yeah?
I don't know, yeah.
Because I think there is something in your shoes, I must caution you. I must tell you that you do not have to say or do anything. That anything that you say
or that you do, we may use as evidence at a later date. What we might do, we go into an interview room, I will get a phone interpreter in the Vietnamese language, and I will repeat the caution to you in Vietnamese, okay?
The second passenger was taken to an interview room, and Customs' hard work has paid off.
In this case, basically all they do is pull the sole up, cut the inside out of the shoe, and it's quite a crude concealment. There is only about 1 centimetre to 1.5 centimetres at the rear heel where the foot can fit in.
Officers found drugs hidden in her shoes as well.
Now, when the concealment was put to them, they said they know nothing about it. One said that she was given the shoes by a friend. The other said that she fell over, wrecked her other shoes, went to the markets and bought a new pair of shoes.
The first passenger was found to be carrying 556 grams of heroin in her shoes. The second passenger also had 596 grams of heroin in her shoes. The total street value of the heroin was estimated at $400,000.
They think they can get away with it, but in this case, there's no chance.
At Melbourne's International Airport, a dishevelled Englishman has hit the ground talking.
Hello again.
And Customs are concerned about his behaviour.
It's my first time. I'm inexperienced on travelling about. I've asked that many people, how do you get from here to there to that? I've had an arduous journey, had hardly any sleep. Well, I was just about to get outside and wipe myself of that, actually. Give myself a flush down, but that's about it.
So your friend that's getting married, is he going to pick you up?
He is going to pick us up from outside.
He's going to be outside?
Yeah.
And when's he getting married?
He's getting married on Phillip Island.
OK. Is that where
it's going to be a good one. There's loads of other English people coming over as well, though. So it's going to be a bit of a mixed drink-up.
James is a little bewildered by all the attention, but it hasn't stunted his conversation.
So, come over, have a holiday, and I thought, well, why not?
And do you have any other plans for Australia? What will you do?
Yeah, just to meet lots of people and have lots of fun and try not to drink too much or get locked up.
Now, there's a line guaranteed to get the officer's attention.
Have you been locked up before?
Customs air cargo team has been given a heads up from their intelligence unit about this freight that has just arrived in Sydney. Information is the key. If the intelligence looks good, then Dave and his team will have a closer look.
Got some stuff that's selected because of it's been decided that it's a risk. That could be where it's come from, what it is, where it's going to, the flight that it's coming off. There's a whole host of reasons that mean that the cargo's been selected for further examination. We've got some stuff here that's claimed to be used personal effects out of South America, from Colombia. Leather from South America, from Argentina. We've got some ceramic tiles, a sample of ceramic tiles out of South America, a grinding wheel out of Colombia as well.
Okay, Lukey, find me. Hey, buddy, come around. Find it. It's a boy, yeah. Dogs are trained to find the odour of the drug, but we don't actually give drugs to our dogs. Oh boy, okay, buddy, come around, find me. Very good response. That's a positive indication to that box.
So you're just out for...
It's my first time, I'm inexperienced.
In Customs at Melbourne Airport, a very chatty passenger has just said a little too much.
Have you been locked up before?
In England, just lots of years ago. I haven't done anything for a long time, and I'm a criminal.
Do you have any convictions or anything?
Not really, no.
What does not really mean?
Well, just like previous in England, drunken disorderly.
Yeah.
Things like that, really.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing really violent. I'm not a criminal as a good.
Did you have to go to court for it? Or?
Yeah, and got that off, yeah. Always misled, you see, by idiots.
Right. Easily misled, eh?
Yeah, well, one of them.
You travel light. Where's your suit? You're going to a wedding.
Well, I've got what do you think the money's there for? To buy certain
right.
things. Travel light, get what I need, get to the wedding, get everything done, get back home, relax. Because weddings are stressful as enough as it is. Because I've only ever had 3 holidays in my life, and I thought, well, Australia's going to be the best place to go for fun and everything.
Yeah.
Like sun, sea and sand. I was told to be watch out for spiders, snakes and everything else.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now James can add customs to that list too.
I have had hassle in the past for looking the way I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Well, just England, basically.
Yeah?
Well, yeah. Looks a bit of a thug type, but honestly, I'm not.
You all right? You a bit sweaty?
I am, yeah, because I haven't had any sleep yet.
A Malaysian cook has arrived in Sydney and immigration officers have their suspicions that he is here to work illegally.
I've got a 31-year-old Malaysian gentleman who's arrived here on a tourist visa. He said he's here for 7 days. He's said to me briefly that he's here for 2 days in Sydney and then he's going on to Melbourne.
Officer Greg is in charge of investigating if the man is a bona fide tourist or not.
We do have a problem where Malaysians have been known to come into Australia to work while on tourist visas. Okay, so why have you come to Australia today, Mr. Lim?
For tourism purpose.
Okay. And how long do you intend to stay?
1 week.
1 week?
Yes.
Have you been to Australia before?
你以前嚟過澳洲未啊？
Now, the concern is he doesn't have any definite plans for his stay in Sydney. He's going to be travelling down to Melbourne, but he doesn't have any flights or bus booked to Melbourne or any accommodation. Also, the concern is he doesn't know anything at all about what he's going to be doing in Melbourne.
But officers are about to discover that the passengers' limited travel arrangements are not the only cause for concern. In customs, the air cargo team has just had a positive reaction from a drug detector dog to one of the parcels they had selected for checking.
Yeah, very happy with that. As you saw from the reaction given by the dog, obviously we're going to have a bit closer look at that consignment and go off an x-ray of the package and have a look at that.
The team want to run some more tests on the suspicious package and will now put it through the x-ray.
We can see our disc. It looks like there's some inconsistencies in the middle of the disc.
The package contains a heavy industrial grinding wheel. It should look the same all the way through, and it's hard to believe that anything could be hidden inside.
If you change the sensitivity and put a negative, I mean, we're getting quite a lot of evidence that there's probably something inside there that may be organic. Now, that may be just the makeup of the object that's inside, or it could indicate that there is something that we might be interested in the way of narcotics inside it. So we'll open it up and have a look.
With a good dog reaction and a suspicious x-ray, the customs level of interest in this parcel has escalated.
So have you had a few beers on the way over, mate?
I had about 3 or 4 in Shanghai.
Back at Melbourne Airport, Customs Officer Craig is both amused and confused. He's speaking to a very animated passenger who's avoiding a particular subject, so he's asking the questions again in the hope of getting some answers.
So when you were telling me before about when you were in trouble with the police before, was it drunk and disorderly?
Well, just like walking down the street, as everybody in England normally does, drunk. I'm sure you're getting it in Melbourne too.
Yeah.
That you've had a bit too much, mate. Go home. Okay, fair enough. Off.
But did you have to go to court for it?
No, nothing at all. I haven't been in trouble since a court conviction. The last one was chucked out of court. That I never had any trouble to do with whatsoever because it wasn't even my fault.
But have you been to the court yourself?
No, not for years, definitely not. You
no, not for years. So you said not for years. What was the last? I don't care if it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
The last one? Well, just drunk, really.
Drunk, yeah. Drunk. And did you get a conviction for it?
No, not at all. No, just like wasting police time, court like that.
Have you ever been convicted of anything in your life? We don't want to know about the last thing, we want to know about anything at any time.
Right. Drunk and disorderly. Violent disorder through drink. Right? This is like 1981, 82.
Were you convicted of any of those
No,
charges?
I haven't been to jail, I haven't had this. I've had a fine in the past for criminal damage. And that's it. That's it.
But officers are still not convinced that James is just here for a good time. In immigration, a Malaysian cook has officers suspicious that he's not just here for a holiday. And it might not be the first time that this passenger has lied to authorities.
Now, you're saying that you had a working visa for the UK?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we contact the British immigration authorities and we find out that you are not telling the truth, you understand the penalties? Okay. Did you have a working visa for the UK?
Getting a straight answer is proving a challenge.
Okay. So how did you obtain your visa for the UK?
I was partly studying and I was partly working.
What type of visa did you have in the UK?
Student visa.
A student visa. Okay. You told me before you had a working visa.
I made a mistake. It was a student visa.
Did the student
The
visa...
only way to confirm the truth would be to contact UK immigration. But for privacy reasons, officers need the passenger's permission to access this personal information. But Mr. Lim has refused.
The strongest point where we have very strong concerns, Mr. Lim, is because you cannot tell me anything about your stay in the UK and you will not give me permission to verify the details of your visa in the UK. Because you are being so evasive about your time in the UK, it really makes me consider that you are not telling me the whole truth about why you are coming to Australia.
Customs officers at Melbourne Airport are trying the direct approach with a passenger whose story seems to be going around in circles. So it's time to get to the point.
Like on your card here, everyone needs to declare any type of convictions.
Right, and I'll put no.
Okay, so we just need to confirm if you've actually been convicted of anything.
Well, in England, right, when you're convicted of something, right, like anything outstanding, say burglary, theft, criminal damage, arson, all like that, after a while, if you keep out of trouble and you haven't done anything, it's squished. It's like non-existent. It's like
So
you're not even worth the bother.
So the convictions you've had have been...
Oh, they're all like I said, they're all out the way. I am a different person altogether.
So
I
you
might
did
be a
have
bit.
convictions in the past?
Well,
That's what you're saying?
yes.
Okay.
That's why I ticked it wrong. I apologise.
That's what
I
we-
should have said yes, but
That's what we were trying to
I
establish.
didn't think they would be outstanding enough to bother anybody.
There are many methods officers use to uncover past convictions, and one of them is the incoming passenger card. Now Customs can refer this passenger to immigration, where they'll decide if he is allowed to stay or go.
Well, it's way beyond me, but I'm telling the truth, and if you want to check up,
That's
by
all we
all
want.
means do.
Customs use sophisticated technologies to target potential threats.
Backed up by...
With the X-ray and the dog reaction, the team needs to get inside the package and have a closer look.
We're not 100% convinced either way that we have got something or we haven't got something. We don't know that until we actually go in and satisfy ourselves that there's nothing in there. And to do that with this sort of, whatever this is, it's very thick as you can see on the X-ray. We're going to need to go in, and I'd suggest we're going to need to probably have a drill or something to have a look. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, it's an abrasive wheel or a grinding wheel. It's actually got a bit of a crack around the side here, so it's possibly been dropped somewhere. See if we can see any seams or anything where we may be able to get into it.
If this is a narcotic concealment, it's a professional job.
There's a crack here, which we may be able to use to get further into it. I mean, there's no seams or anything on it. I think that there's something in there. It looks a bit hollow behind the crack, so what we'll do is we'll run a drill through it and see what we come up with.
Be nice and clear.
Immigration has interviewed the passenger and, after learning of his past convictions, they've established that he doesn't pose a threat to the Australian community while here on holidays.
Quite happy with that, and I'm happy with him.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm sorry to trouble you all.
Okay. So, it's all clear for James.
Am I allowed to go soon?
This is it, mate. Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes. Next time I get a flight back, I'm not drinking when I land. Definitely not.
And with all that behind him, James is finally on holidays.
All right.
Customs officers believe that they may have uncovered a very professional narcotic concealment. A parcel they selected for examination has had a positive dog reaction and a suspicious X-ray, leading the officers to think that there may be something in there.
So basically, we've had a bit of a look, and where the cracks are here, there's a bit of a blue material, maybe some tape or something, and it looks a bit hollow inside. So, I mean, we'll run a drill in and see what we can come up with. We might sort of be able to pick up a bit of the substance that's inside, bring it out, and then we can test that using the different testing methodologies that we've got, and that'll tell us whether there is something in there or not that we might be interested in.
It is only in extreme cases that customs will drill into cargo, and a suspected drug importation is one such case.
It's fairly easy. I might just run another one. It's hard to start off with, and it becomes easy as you go further in.
A Malaysian passenger with vague holiday plans has officers suspicious that he might be here to work illegally.
He still hasn't given a satisfactory explanation about what he's going to be doing during his stay in Australia and about how he's going to organise the rest of his tour. And he continues to be very, very vague about what he did while he was in the UK, and continues to refuse to allow us to contact the UK immigration authorities to verify his visa status.
Back in the interview room, Mr. Lim has a final opportunity to prove his case.
Is there any other point you would like to make before we make our decision, Mr. Lim?
Now, if you don't believe me, you hold my passport and let me into Australia to do my tourism purpose.
Okay.
And I'm here for holiday only.
Okay. Okay, if you don't have anything else to add, Mr. Lim, I'm going to suspend the interview. It is...
Unfortunately for Mr. Lim, the offer to hold his passport while he holidays is not accepted.
Number one or two, because of his vague travel plans, and number two, because his refusal to let us do any more checking on his time in the UK leads me to believe that, yeah, he's not a genuine tourist. So, unfortunately, in this case, it looks like the decision is not going to be in his favour.
Mr. Lim's visa was cancelled and he was returned to Singapore the same day. Customs air cargo team is drilling into this grinding wheel, which arrived by post from Colombia. And they've uncovered some suspect powder.
Yeah, there he is, and there you can see it there. In the flutes of the drill, quite an amount of white powder. We'll now take that powder and conduct some tests on that, and that's more than enough we need to take our tests. Some of the material that we believe is quite possibly a narcotic substance we got on the end of the drill. We're going to drop a bit of this into a chemical field test that we've got, and that'll give us a pretty good idea of what it is, or it'll pretty much confirm our suspicions as to what it might be. Yeah, that's looking quite good. You can see up the top of the tube there where the sample went and stuck to the side of the tube. That's turned blue, and that's the colour that we'd expect it to turn in the presence of cocaine with that particular chemical test.
Concealed deep inside the grinding wheel, Customs found almost 2 kilos of cocaine, with an estimated street value of over $1 million. The grinding wheel was handed over to the Australian Federal Police.